It's late at night. I'm on a train in India. Everyone's groggy, and a woman bumps into me. I turn around and see what's going on, and she's a blind woman. She's there with a cane. And as she makes her way through the train, she hits her cane against the seats, the people, the luggage, while trying to find her way. Of course, this wasn't the first time I've ever seen someone who was blind, but it was the first time I've ever seen someone struggle so much to just navigate their surroundings. I started thinking that there has to be a better way. The blind can't really see what's around them, but they can understand it. They can understand the surroundings if someone were to describe it to them. So if there is a device that I could create that could tell the blind where objects are around them and what those objects are, the blind would then be able to fully understand their surroundings. The first part to understanding the surroundings is really knowing where objects are around them. Imagine walking down a busy street. The user needs to know where people are, where walls are, where cars are, where street vendors are, where lampposts are. They need to know where all those objects are. And they need to be able to navigate past those objects. So the first system is the echolocation system. It is comprised of just a sonar on a pair of glasses, and it will find the distance between the user when I wear them and an object in front. So with that, the blind can then understand where these obstacles are around them. So I thought, this is great. I have a device that allows the blind to navigate. So I took it to my first adventure convention, and I got one useful piece of feedback. And I saw that, and they told me that imagine walking up to a curb or a staircase. You wouldn't know that there is that inclination, that small incline, because the glasses are only measuring at eye level. The sonar is only measuring at eye level. So I don't know anything else on the ground. So that's when I decided to build the same system with sonars instead on the shoes. So I took that to my next adventure convention, and I showed that off there. And then they said, that is great and all, but what if you're taking a step? If the sonar is constantly measuring forward, if I take a step, I'm suddenly going to start measuring the ground. So then I realized there needs to be a solution for that. And that is when I incorporate accelerometers into the device. I had accelerometers there so that when one foot is taking a step and getting botched measurements, all the measurements will divert to the other foot. So now what I have is a navigational device. It allows the blind to really know where obstacles are around them and be able to navigate around those. Now, I have interviewed many blind people, and they have all said that even with this device, they still feel detached from society because they really don't know what the obstacles are around them. They can know where they are, but they don't know whether they're looking at a lamppost or a person. So being able to really know where objects are, but also what those objects are, is crucial. So what I then added on was this piece right here. This is a optical camera. So how this works, it will basically take an image, a continuous frame of images of its surroundings, and it will then be processed in a Raspberry Pi computer. And that has an onboard neural network, which will then process any object it sees in the frame and then identify that. So this will allow the blind to, when they put the glasses on, they can then know where obstacles are around them, but also what those are. They can tell whether that's a book, a dog, a couch, a chair, or even a person. But that's still not good enough. The blind can then know if there's a person in front, but they don't know whether it's maybe a mailman or their sister. That is why I have included a facial recognition software along with the object identification software so that the device can also recognize faces of loved ones. With that, the blind are then able to really know what the objects are around them and where they are, so they can really get a full spatial awareness and full understanding of their surroundings. Now, this project has come a long way. Before, it was just a sonar on a pair of glasses, and it was actually like a long 4 wires connecting to a breadboard with an Arduino, and that wasn't very compact. It wasn't easy to use. So what I ended up doing is I then started soldering the wires together. I got a smaller Arduino microcontroller. I soldered the wires together, and I brought it down all into one small unit. I got there's a battery pack that can last for several days, an Arduino, and a speaker system. I brought them all down into one unit that can fit all into one small belt pouch. And this belt pouch can just clip onto the belt, and so then the user can just kind of wear it, and they can connect this to the glasses and wear them while having this be a compact device. Now, I still want to go a little further by making it more compact, but in my production model. In the production model, I want to get it so that the sonar and the camera, they're all built into the glasses. The computer and the embedded chips, they're built in as maybe side extensions to the glasses. So that the for the user, the entire device is just situated in this pair of glasses. So it's complete, there's no wires at all, no external wires, and it can just fit like this, and that's all the user has to do. Now, a major goal of this device is to make sure that it is affordable. 90% of the blind, 90% of 285 million people are living in third world countries. So it is essential that this device is affordable to everybody. So to sum up all the components in the device, it will cost around $60. However, to make it in a production model, the price will go down to around $5 to $10. Now, this is beneficial for the demographic that this is trying to serve, because any blind person can afford this product. I made this device as a solution to give the blind as much artificial sight as I could, while still remaining affordable. Now, I won several awards for this invention, and when I won the awards, I didn't think about the awards and the prestige that came with it. I thought about doing this for the good of humanity. And after my experience inventing and the things that I've learned from it, I decided that I wanted to give back to other people and help them invent their own projects. So there's a local computer science school in my community. Now, I created my own program to teach young inventors there in the middle school and elementary school and high school how to create their own inventions. I taught these kids the basics of Arduino, and slowly I taught them more and more so that they were able to use their knowledge of Arduino to make their own inventions. One example of this is the firefighting robot. So this robot searches for small fires in the house, and puts them out itself and functions autonomously so that it can prevent these small fires from becoming into large ones. This student went on to win the Government and Public Safety Award at the National Invention Convention along with others. Now, while my students have won awards, I still tell them not to spend all your time and effort in these inventions just for the prestige of winning an award. I tell them to put in all this effort and all this time so that by doing this, by building this invention, you can change someone's life. And by changing one person's life, you can make an impact on the world and change it forever.